Good morning everyone. So today we are going to study the next chapter, that is the noun, the cases of noun. Okay, as I told you yesterday that when we have to categorize the noun and we have to specify the noun into different categories, they are gender, number and case. So this is the third portion we are going to complete it. Okay. What are cases? In every language the word are used in different cases. That's why it is named as case.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning, beta. Please listen to me carefully. Okay, so case is the thing by which we can understand, we can categorize a particular and individual noun and its place in some sentence. Let's see, the category of a noun expressing the relations between the things denoted by the noun and other things, properties or action. It means who is the doer in the sentence, what he is doing and to whom he is doing, and what is the relation between the two things within the sentence. This has been told by or expressed by cases. Okay. There are three types of cases in the noun. Can you see the screen, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there are three cases of noun: nominative case, objective case and possessive case. There are three types of cases. We also name them with the second name like subjective case, accusative case and possessive case. But possessive case is not having any other name. Okay, only nominative case can be called subjective case. Objective case can be called accusative case. Okay. Now let's move to the next point. So what are the main uses of nominative case? So here are the features of nominative case and yes.
Ma'am, screen is not showing, ma'am, and ma'am phone.
Beta, I think it must be your own problem, your own network problem. But I am sharing the screen. Let me try it again, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Listen it to me.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the nominative case, you must see that there are two or three uses of noun. You know that first example is given here. Here the water is written in italicized word. Okay. Wherever you see in these sentences the italicized word, those are the word we are denoting in the sentences, in the examples. You can see, but the first sentence is written, water seeks its level. Water seeks its level. It is telling that water is the subject is this sentence. Okay. And water is the doer. Water is the doer. Because we are telling in this sentence who is acting? The water. The act is done by water. That's why the water is nominative case. Water is noun, but here it is in nominative case. Why? Because it is working, it is acting as the subject of a verb. So the first feature we came to know about the nominative case, the noun which is in nominative case expresses and act as the subject of the verb. Let me give you one more example. Like I teach you. Like Jyoti teaches Rohan. Okay, if the sentence is Jyoti teaches Rohan, so the word Jyoti, it means who is the subject, who is doing something, he is in the nominative case. It means whoever doing something, that subject noun will be considered in nominative case. Understand everybody?
Ma'am, can you explain it again?
Beta, listen me to carefully. Beta, when subject is in nominative case, he must be the subject of the verb. Look, in the sentence, water seeks its level. What is subject? Water. What is verb? Seeks. Its level is object. So, the word water is in nominative case. Why? Because water is acting and water is doing something. Who is doing? Water is doing. What? It's seeking. Understanding or not? Again I am telling. Verb is seeking and it is used for water. Understood? So the water is noun. Level is also noun. But the water is doing. Level is not doing. Level is object. Water is subject. So the word that will be used as subject, he will be in the nominative case. When the noun will be used as object, it will be in object case, objective case. Beta, I will give you more and more example. Please, I will let me complete it, and later we will start a mutual conversation and I will clear your doubts too. Okay? Don't worry. As a predicate noun, in some cases the noun used as nominative cases when they work as a predicate noun, like a bent twig makes a crooked tree. Look, here the tree word has come in the last. In the first sentence, the water, जो water था, वो पहले स्थान पर आया. It means it comes at the first position in the sentence. Or in the second sentence, the word tree has been come in the last of the sentence. Even that it is working as a predicate noun. Are you understanding me?
No, ma'am.
Okay, wait.
Some of the different examples.
Class, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at the nominative case. Here are some examples. Mr. Ram is an intelligent boy. Can you say this?
Yes, ma'am.
So, whom we are talking about?
Mr. Ram.
Okay. So, Mr. Ram, if we are talking about Mr. Ram, so Mr. Ram is the subject here. Am I right or not?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And which is verb? Which word is verb in this sentence?
Ma'am, nothing.
Is the verb, beta. It is helping verb. Don't you know? Listen to me. Here Mr. Ram is an intelligent boy, and in this sentence, is word is verb. Okay? And if the word is verb and it is using for Mr. Ram. So when the noun is used for the verb as the doer. Doer means करने वाला. Mr. Ram यहाँ पर क्या है? करने वाला है. मतलब वो काम करने वाला है. मतलब हिंदी में होता है कर्ता. जैसे हिंदी में कारक पढ़ते हो, कर्ता ने कर्म को करण से के द्वारा संप्रदान के लिए आपादान से अलग होने में. याद आया कुछ? वैसे ही इंग्लिश में भी केस होते हैं बच्चों. आया समझ में? एकदम शुद्ध हिंदी में समझा रहे हैं. ध्यान से सुन लो. नाउन में जैसे केस होते हैं, हिंदी में संज्ञा के कारक होते हैं, ऐसे ही अंग्रेजी में भी नाउन के केसेस होते हैं. मतलब तुम लोग चाहते हो कि जब तक मैं हिंदी ना बताता तब तक तुम लोग की समझ में नहीं आएगा. Okay class, in this example you can see that Mr. Ram is an intelligent boy. Here the doer is Mr. Ram. That's why Mr. Ram is in nominative case. In the second example you can see the painter paints the portrait. Here who is painting? The painter is painting. So the painter is nominative case and the portrait is in objective case. Okay. Next, I am buying vegetables form a family. In this one, I, you know that I is pronoun. But here I am giving the examples also. That I am buying vegetables. So who is buying? I is buying. So I is in the nominative case. And what is being bought? What is being bought? Vegetables. So vegetables is in objective case. Understood, I think. Okay. Now let's move on to the objective case. So you can see in the objective case or accusative case, okay. So nouns and pronouns are said to be in objective case if they are direct objects of verbs or if they are objects of preposition. Listen to me carefully. Okay. So in the sentence, the previous sentence, as it has been told that I am buying vegetables. So what was being bought? Vegetables. So vegetable was on the objective case. Just like that in the examples they are showing, I met your sister. This is the example. In this one, who is the doer? Who is doing? Who is meeting? I. And who has been met? Who is being met? Your sister. So your sister will be in the objective case. Sister will be in the objective case. Understood? Okay. Next, the vendors sell mangoes. Here, who is selling the mangoes? Vendor. Okay? Okay. And to who? Sorry, for not whom? Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. Who is being sold? Who is being sold? Mangoes. So, mango is objective case. Next, the book is on the table. Here, the book is nominative case and is on the table. Who is object? Table is object. So table is an objective case. This is one of my policies. So here the word this is pronoun. But here the pronoun is in nominative case. And as the same in the sentence, the policies word is in objective case. Understood, class? Yes, very good. Okay, now come on the possessive case. It is also called genitive case, but people don't use it like, okay? So a noun is said to be in the possessive case if it denotes possession or ownership. A noun and pronoun in the possessive case is governed by the noun.
Can I take the screenshot?
Yes, beta. You are free to take the screenshot. Listen to me. Possessive. Its name is possessive. It means it is self-explanatory. It is explaining itself that I will have the possession. It is telling that I will have the possession. Like, if somebody has something, it's his possession. Let me tell you one example. Class, all the children are having one copy or pen this time. Okay. So every one of you will say what? That I have a pen, I have a copy, I have a bag, I have a house, I have a table, I have a chair. So everything, whatever you have, you will speak because you own it. Because you own it. So whatever thing you own, it comes in your possession. Understood? Just like that, I can say that I have a camera, I have a mobile, I have a microphone, I have a class. So whatever. So possession is the thing. Possession, it means everything, whatever you own, that comes in your possession. Okay, like your mother can say that I have 2 children. So what is the mother's possession? That mother is having 2 child, so it's her possession. Okay, just like that, in this sentence you can see in the possessive cases, this is your pencil. So the word your and pencil both are connected. How? Because it is telling about the pencil, that the pencil is of yours. So the word your is in possessive case because it is related to pencil. Okay, it means your is someone. Someone is your, someone is you, and we are talking about your pencil. So it is telling the relation between your and pencil. Understood? In the next sentence, not in the next sentence, you come on the third sentence. John's sister.
Ma'am, it is not understanding. We are not able to understand this genital case.
What dear?